This has been one of the most requested topics that I talk about, that I hear your feedback, what you want to hear more on, or my view on. So we're just going to lay it on out there and talk about it today. And there's so many different avenues and things I can talk about with this, but we're just going to start. And then I really do want your feedback of what you want to know more about. Can you guess what it is? Dun, dun, dun. Menopause. Let's go, girls. What up, my butthole breathers? I'm drinking out of this breathe out of your butthole mug today, and you like my lip gloss on it. If you're watching on YouTube, you get to see all this. We'll drop the link in the show notes because some of you have reached out on Instagram and stuff of how you can buy one of these. And I would, if you buy one, tag me, I'll share it on Instagram. Like, we're all coming together to breathe in our butthole, right? And today's episode is for the ladies, but men, you can support your partners, your friends, your moms, your sisters, everyone. So it'd probably be good for you to listen to this too, because we're going to drop a lot of knowledge and some good gold nuggets in here. And after that, I want you to message me. I want you to reach out and tell me what you want more of. Because like I said, this topic is a very big, overwhelming topic, and there's a lot to digest in it. So I'm just starting with the basics, and from my view, what I see walk into my clinic every day, and what I have seen with friends and family and everything else, along with the research correlated of how we can help you. So, menopause, it is this big, scary, looming thing that everyone's going to have to go through, just like everyone is going to die. And I know that sounds so drastic, but it's true. And the more we know about this and all its symptoms and everything, the more we can help. And I think there's this overwhelming idea out there. It's like, there's nothing you can do. Oh my gosh, the only thing you can do is get on hormones, which, yeah, you might need them. And I'm not saying they're necessarily a bad thing. I think there's ways that you can help yourself get through this. I think it depends on the person. There's a lot of things that are so, it depends. And I know you hate hearing that and you want a blanket thing for everyone. Well, here's the deal. Just like treatment, I could have 5 people come in with low back pain, and I'm doing 5 different treatments because the root cause of it is all different. Why they have low back pain, there's at least, 5 different things in all these people. And the same goes with your menopause symptoms. So yes, you may be experiencing similar things to your friends, but you both might have a different root cause. And that's what I'm going to dive into a little bit today, some of the stuff I see. So what do you think the most common thing that I see is? Drop it in the comments. Obviously pain. But which ones? And there's 4. 1, when people are in menopause, they're going perimenopausal, they're coming in with frozen shoulder, low back pain, knee pain, and this is when a lot of pelvic floor issues come up. And this could range from anything of vaginal dryness to pain to incontinence to discomfort to that feeling of full or recurrent UTIs. Like, yes, there is a cellular chemical component to some of this, but we also need to address the muscular neurological stress component of your pelvic floor. And if you're not doing both together, you're only going to get half results or mediocre results. And we're not about anything mediocre here. We're about the best of the best, whether it's bougie, whether it's feeling good, and we're having fun while doing it, okay? So, what else do I hear women coming in talking to me about? And I'm so grateful that people come to me, whether it's a virtual appointment, whether we're, whether flying me somewhere or whatever, and they automatically feel comfortable enough to just lay it all out on the line, whether it's embarrassing or not, which I don't get embarrassed. I mean, I dissected dead bodies and you had to squeeze out the poop. I mean, I've seen it all. I've heard it all. And it's a safe space, and it should be when you're with your doctor. You need to have that relationship or you're not going to get the full span of treatment and healing. So a lot of times people just start crying, and we just cry for a second and hold space of hey, let it all out, because that's healing in itself, right? So that's, I guess, another little side road we can go down. If you feel like you need to cry, cry. And it is a release in Eastern medicine, so many benefits. So we do that. And then we have a lot. I mean, joint pain is huge because your body is changing so much and it's so amazing. Our bodies can just do so many amazing things. But with this, and this can be hormones, this is, muscular pain, different levels of vitamins, all the things, but you can experience hot flashes, super big fatigue, osteoporosis. The list goes down the line. So we're going to cover today a few things that you need to be doing during this time, and it will save your sanity. 1, are you getting up in the morning and going outside and seeing the sunrise and the sunlight first thing, not from a freaking window, from outside? You need to go outside. This is a whole nother episode though, of going down the path of the circadian rhythm and what the sun and the light in your eyes can trigger metabolically, hormonally. Most of your melatonin that you need to sleep at night is made during the day. And by getting the right amount of light in our eyes, we are sitting in offices inside all day, looking at blue screens and computer screens from our phones. And it's just overloading our brains, and we can't figure out what we are, who we are, what we're doing, what time it is. And that's huge in these hormonal cellular turnover components. So it's free, it's easy. Go outside and look at the light first thing in the morning. We're just going to start there with the basics. I need you to also eat a heavy protein breakfast before your coffee. Let me say that again. Step outside. You can eat breakfast outside, whatever. Heavy protein. That's eggs, bacon, sausage, avocado. Get that good fat in there. Maybe you're putting a little MCT oil in your eggs. That's a way to sneak it in. Something super rich in protein. And I hear all the time, people are like, well, I'm not hungry in the morning. Well, you've trained yourself to rely on cortisol, the stress hormone. So this is not a good thing. So we need to retrain this. And what's interesting is when you look at the sunlight, it also triggers some of those hormonal processes that will help your appetite calm back, which therefore helps your metabolism. And therefore, down the line, you're getting so many other things such as insulin resistance and everything more managed. I know I'm getting a little sciencey, so we'll back it back down. Let's do light first thing. You're eating breakfast protein. Then you can enjoy your cup of coffee. Even better if it's outside. And then I would love for you to go for a walk outside. All of this, or workout outside, something. All of this can be done in 45 minutes. So you can take 45 minutes of your day and do that. Meanwhile, during sitting outside, I'd like you to think of 5 things you're grateful for that morning. Just taking that minute to be with you and do some butthole breathing. You can be so efficient and you'll already win your morning. And you're going to help start your day off right. Not only your mindset and doing the brain work there, but also we're calming down that cortisol and those stress levels. We're giving your body nutrients and what it needs to help these cellular processes. And you're getting movement. I mean, that's a recipe for success. And so sometimes we start there because, I get it. We're all overwhelmed with work, doing all these things, going all these places. And it's like, you want me to do what? I thought I want a pill. Isn't it just easy to do a pill? No. I'm telling you, if you really want to heal, taking a pill is not the only thing you should be doing. I'm not saying we don't need interventions, medical interventions to help speed up a process or to help boost it. Fine. But if you're not doing these basics, you're not going to actually heal. And then you need to be weightlifting 2 to 3 times a week. And it doesn't have to be long. I'm happy with 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Because if you're not, you are contributing to your joint pain. It's partially your fault. And that's why I tell people, if you're not choosing to do that, well, then you're choosing that you don't really want to get better or feel good. That's not up to me. That's up to you. And you have the choice to do that. Weightlifting is going to help load your joints and put that good stress on your joints in order to get the joint centrated, all the juicy oil flowing around it so that there is less pain. Like I said earlier, joint pain is really common because of all the hormone changes. And this is where we start. Lifting, obviously I do treatment and stuff, but lifting and things that you can control so you don't have to come see us every day. I mean, we'd love to see your face, but you need to do these things to have a long-term effect. I was working on a client in a menopause with a nurse practitioner, which I think you definitely need more than just these basic labs that sometimes your primary is just like, oh, we're just running, CBC and that's it. No, we need more in depth to see what your body's telling us and your hormone levels at this point. It's crucial. And that's when I love to co-manage with other, functional medicine practitioners, women specific, and we're both on board for what we're doing. And it yields amazing results. So we were, had great minds together. You have a team. If you've been binging the podcast, preach about this with a team around you to support you, because we're not meant to do it alone. Sometimes you need a cheerleader. Sometimes you need people to just give it to you real straight. And this is how it's going to be. And you need those people to lean on of like, remember, explain to me why I'm doing this again. And just that reminder. I need that too. And she was looking at the labs and showing me, and she goes, look, this person is such in a stress state. They're in such sympathetic mode. The cortisol is so high that their body, they were supplementing with some calcium and vitamin D, wasn't even absorbing it. It was just kicking it out. And I feel like that is a really key component that I have not talked about, and a lot of people haven't heard about after I started talking about that. If your body's in such a stressed state, you're not absorbing nutrients. You're not absorbing any vitamin that you're putting in your body long term. You could be doing IV bags all day and nothing. So once again, stress, pain are so connected that it's insane. And you're the only one who has control of it. You have to start doing some of these practices in your everyday life for your health, literally. So please download the free Breathe Out Attention. That's why I want to give it to you for free. I want to help you go on that walk every day. That's going to help your insulin levels, which is therefore, going to help your pain and your cortisol and your stress. It's just so magical that something so simple and free can be so healing. So I thought that was something fun to share with you. One more thing, well, two, I have a couple more things. I really wanted to do like a public service announcement about frozen shoulder with menopause. People think it's so common. Oh, yeah. If you're a menopausal woman getting frozen shoulder, yes, should you come see someone like me or my team? Absolutely, because we can help you. But we need to make sure that we're looking into your thyroid function, your insulin function, and your hormones. Sometimes your thyroid's off. Sometimes your insulin levels are off. What's happening with your blood sugar regulation? What is happening at a metabolic state that you're in? What is so inflamed? Like frozen shoulder is one of those ones where it's like ding, ding, ding. There is a lot going on metabolically at the cellular level that we also need to address besides just your shoulder pain. So that right there, please share this episode with any one of your friends that's in menopause or perimenopausal, because like we need to put that out there. Because if you're going to your doctor and you're like, listen, I have this, because it's common. This is one of the most common things. I have this shoulder pain. They need to be asking and demanding for these blood workups, or you're missing something. And then people ask me all the time, okay, cool. Got it. But I want to do, we're overachievers here. We like to push the boat. Is that a saying? No, probably not. But I like to make them my own sayings. We like to, achieve high things and do good. And so people are like, okay, I'm really good. What can I take that's going to help? And I'm just going to give you 3 blanket things that especially any menopausal woman should be taking, and that will help. 1, vitamin D3 with K2. Especially higher doses in the winter when we're not getting that sunlight all day and you're going to work in the dark, coming home in the dark, but you should be taking it all year round. And I will have a link in the show notes of just like a menopausal that you can go buy, the best quality. And then a good magnesium glycinate. You need to be sleeping. We need to be digesting. We need our tissues to have that absorbed to be able to fully heal and get rid of that inflammation. And then lastly, a collagen with some MTC oil in it. That we need to lubricate our joints. Think of yourself as a tin man. We need to provide things that help oil those joints, especially as our hormones are fluctuating and changing. So once again, that link's going to be in the show notes. Let me know what you want to dive deeper in on this subject, because I am here. I see this a lot all the time. I'm helping many people through it. What do you need? And we'll get another episode out there and talk about this even more, because we, once again, kind of like, miscarriages and all these other things that people don't talk about, I'm happy to talk about them. That's why I'm here. We keep it real. So I hope you have a great day. Toodaloo.